Hey guys, I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible. So I'm gonna talk a little fast, rush a little bit because this probably will be a lengthy video, but I just want to get it out. Okay, so basically this topic is not really something that I normally talk about. My daughter is looking at me. Watch TV. It's not something I would normally discuss or whatever, but I feel like, especially right now, it's a perfect time to bring it up, open up conversation, things to think about. And if you really are real with yourself, a lot of you probably struggle with the same thing, or know somebody who struggles with the same things. And the topic is food addiction. Especially us in America as Americans. We're all about food. You have all these Food Network, the Travel Channel. They do a bunch of food shows. They Man versus Food. He literally sits down and has competitions of how much he can eat without vomiting. All these food challenges and stuff like that or whatever. You got the famous hot dog eating contest that Nathan's have at Coney Island every summer, things like that. Us as Americans, we love food. You have the large so you have all of these shows that have to do with food and everything. A lot of the times when you want to go out, what does everybody do? Go to a restaurant and eat. Go to a buffet. So I just want to talk about food addiction. This video actually isn't solely about me, which, like I said, is just everywhere. Even on Facebook, all these videos on how to make this and how to make that. All kinds of stuff. Like I just saw tonight somebody, and it looked so good. Somebody made little mini Oreo cheesecakes in like muffin pans, things like that. So it's so many videos and stuff showing you how to make all of these lovely treats and how to, quick cakes and quick pies, patty pies, all of this stuff or whatever. But really think about it. How important is food to you? Are you eating to live, or do you live to eat? And see, some people may think that it's not real and it's not that serious, and food addiction, what is that? There's no such thing as food addiction. Yes, there is a thing of food addiction. If you say, okay, I'm going to buckle down and I'm going to not go on a diet per se, because a lot of people don't like to use that word. But if you say, okay, well, I'm going to eat healthier, or let's say even if you're fasting for something or whatever, and you're going to cut out all junk food, because junk food is not everybody's thing. Yeah, junk food is not everybody's thing, but these are for the people who, okay, you love sweets, you love Kit Kats, you love cakes, pies, anything like that, or whatever. And let's say you decide, okay, I'm going to cut it out. For some people, it's not that easy. So when you cut it out, you don't know what to do with yourself. When you're ladies, when you're on your cycle, all you want is chocolate. You want Kit Kats, you want Snicker bars, you want ice cream, you want the Haagen-Dazs, Ben & Jerry's, you want cakes, you want cookies, you want pies, you want soda. You want what you want when you want it. You want burgers, you want a bacon cheeseburger, you eat more when you're on your cycle for most women. You're going through problems, you had a rough day at work. Oh, I need a good old cheeseburger. I had a rough day. Oh, I need some cake, some cookies. I had a rough day, things like that. That's emotional eating. that does tie into food addiction. When you get to a place where if you took it away, if you took the things you like to eat away, and you get sad and you don't even know what else to do, and you have to do something to put in place of that, that means you have a food addiction. Food addiction is really no different from any other addiction as far as drugs. Because guess what? People who do drugs, a lot of the time they hide it from their friends and their family. There's some people who have food addictions where maybe they can't eat in front of their family like they want to. You know, there's some people who, for whatever reason, can't eat in front of their family like they want to, for whatever reason. So they sneak and eat the food, and they wind up eating more food because they were sneaking, because they were depriving themselves for a certain amount of time until nobody else was around. Like I said, you're sad, so you decide to eat. You're happy, so you decide to eat. You're bored, so you start snacking on stuff, and you find yourself in the fridge 3, 4, 5 times, like something new is going to be in the fridge or the cabinets that wasn't there before. Again, comparing it to other addictions, drugs, alcohol, you start to do it while you're alone. You don't necessarily have to be in large settings to eat excessively or eat excessively unhealthy things. Okay, you spend lots of money. Most people who have food addictions, when they go food shopping, majority of the food that they have is snack food, unhealthy food, or just an abundance of food that they don't really necessarily need. It's stuff that they want. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just bringing awareness. Like, wow, I never really realized there really is a such thing as food addiction. You're addicted to eating. You're addicted to unhealthy food. You're addicted to junk food because it makes you feel better or because you have nothing else to do. Okay, same thing like a gambling addiction, alcohol, drugs. You're spending money that could be going towards something more important. And of course, food is a necessity, but we're not talking about your necessary needs as far as putting food on the table. We're talking about you're getting abundance of food for no reason. Fast food. You go to fast food restaurant, and now they have all of these deals. 4 for $4. Now, I was coming from church and I saw now Burger King has, I think it said 5 for $5. So you get 5 things for $5. Then they have the value meal menus, the dollar menus. So things are cheaper. So of course, if you're a person with a food addiction, you're going to say, oh, I could get more for less now. And that's not necessarily because you're that hungry. Like a simple number 1 or number 2 on whatever menu would suffice, but you decide you're going to go on a value menu, and because you have $25, you're going to go and get like 24 things. That's a food addiction. And I feel like, people don't really talk about that. And there are some people who have food addictions that are not fat. There's skinny people with food addictions. There's just people, of course, that catches up to you. So I just wanted to bring, awareness, like food addiction is real. And just to be a little transparent, once I started eating healthier and eating a little bit more healthier and then trying to eat a little bit more healthier. And then, because in between, I've been going to the gym. So I have my cheat days, my cheat times where, okay, I work out and I'm eating better and I'm losing weight, losing inches and stuff like that. But in between, I'm going to get me a cake or a brownie or some cookies or, something like that. But recently I made the decision completely none of that. No cookies, no cakes, no pies, no burgers, no pasta, no bread, all of my favorite things or whatever, and I can't eat it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, I can't have nothing. Oh my goodness. And I didn't realize how much it like annoyed me and upset me that I couldn't eat cake and I couldn't eat pasta and I couldn't eat cookies. I don't know. I don't drink soda, so I mean things like that or whatever. It didn't hit me until I stopped, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Like the first, excuse me, the first few days, I was grumpy, and my husband's like, you hungry or something, or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm hungry. Of course, what it look like, And then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm upset because I can't eat what I want to eat, or whatever. And so that ties into food addiction. Again, nothing deep, just something you bring awareness to. And it's not about it being a new year, but you really think about it, all these things going on. It seems like so many people are developing cancer. Excuse me, are developing cancer and all this stuff. And do I believe that certain foods contribute to it? I honestly do. People who love microwavable food and eat that 5-6 times a week, or even 7 days a week at some point, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, microwaving their dinners. All of this real packaged stuff, hardly any fresh vegetables and things like that or whatever. And I just noticed that it's time for healthiness. You know what I mean? It's all these sicknesses and stuff going on because we really don't know what we're eating. I'm being honest. The packaging and labeling can say whatever it want to say. And I've been finding a lot now, especially through Facebook. If you read some of the ingredients and you look up some of the ingredients, you will be shocked at how much of some of the ingredients in these things actually are stuff that you would never think were edible. Things that are also in cleaning products. So we're ingesting that and putting that in our bodies. And not to get on this whole health kick, because guess what? I'm not no health guru. I don't claim to be. I don't believe I'll ever be. I'm not no personal trainer or nutritionist, anything like that. I have a very long way to go to my personal goal. But it's just something to think about. That food addiction is real. And you really need to look deep down inside of yourself and wonder, how important have I made food a part of my life? Again, yes, you have to eat in order to live. Yes. But it's what you're eating, how much you're eating, why are you eating? Are you eating because you're hungry? Or are you eating because you're bored? Are you eating because you sad? Your boo broke up with you. You having issues at work. Are you eating because you have nothing else to do? It just makes you feel better. Just something to think about. Bye, guys.